Time ago, there lived a young man and a woman in a small house by themselves. They did not have any children, but they wished to have a daughter. In the house was a little window from which they could see a beautiful garden, full of beautiful flowers and herbs. The garden was surrounded by a thick wall, and no one dared to enter, as it belonged to a witch who possessed great power, and everyone was scared of her. One day, the woman was standing at the window when she saw a beautiful freshly grown lettuce plant. It looked so fresh and green that she wanted to eat some. She said to her husband, "My greatest desire to eat some of the lettuce belongs to a witch. Oh, pretty something! I will want to eat it. I will see nothing else but the lettuce." The man got worried and started thinking of how he could get the lettuce. They decided and crushed wheat every day and not know how to get any. The wife became mercifully. "Don't worry, my darling. I will bring you some lettuce." "But it is risky, honey." "Before I let my wife die, I must get her some of the lettuce, no matter what it costs me to get it." It was getting dark. He gathered all the courage and climbed over the hut wall into the witch garden. He then hastily grabbed a handful of lettuce and took it to his wife. The wife ate it greedily and felt a little bit bitter, but one handful was enough. It tasted so good that her desire to eat lettuce had grown 3 times. The next day, the man climbed the garden once again as it got darker, but this time he saw a witch waiting for him. As time passed by, the baby was born. It was a baby girl. The overjoyed son, after the witch came, named the little girl Rapunzel and took her away, leaving the parents in complete sorrow. The witch looked at her in the tower that stood far away in the forest and that had neither a door nor a stairway, but only a tiny little window at the very top. Rapunzel grew out there, thinking that the witch was her real mother. As she grew older, her golden hair grew longer and longer. The witch realized that Rapunzel's hair had magical healing powers, so she would never cut her hair. When the witch wanted to enter, she stood below and called out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel had splendid long hair, as fine as spun gold. When she heard the witch's voice, she let her hair fall out of the window to the ground. The witch climbed up it with the help of her long golden hair. As Rapunzel grew older, she wanted to get out of the house and see the outside world. But the witch told her that the world outside is very mean and cruel, that people would kill her if she went out. When Rapunzel turned 16, she was eager to go out for her birthday. "I've been thinking about something." "What is it?" "I'm 16 and I think I'm old enough to leave the tower to celebrate my birthday." "What? No way." "I've been reading about the city and it sounds so wonderful. All the people, all the food, the lights, and everything." "No, I told you how cruel the world outside is. You are so safe here. Yes, mother. There are so many many things I could do. Much to learn, so much to see. I said no, Rapunzel. I can handle myself out there. I'm big now. Rapunzel turned 16. She was eager to go out for her birthday. A year or two passed. It happened that the prince riding through the forest heard someone singing. As he approached the tower, he heard a song so beautiful that he stopped to listen. It was Rapunzel, who was passing the time by singing with her sweet voice. The prince wanted to climb up to her and look for a door in the tower, but he found nothing. He rode back home, but the song had so touched his heart that he returned to the forest every day and listened to it. One day, as he was standing behind a tree, he saw the witch approach and heard her say, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Then Rapunzel let down her strand of golden hair, and the sorceress climbed up them to her. And the next day, just as it was beginning to get dark, he went to the tower and called out, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. The hair fell down. The prince climbed up. At first, Rapunzel was terribly frightened when a man such as she had never seen come up. The prince told her that his heart had been so touched by her singing that he could have no peace until he saw the person. Rapunzel lost her fear, and the prince was mesmerized by her beauty. In her anger, she grabbed Rapunzel's beautiful hair and grabbed a pair of scissors and snap, she cut it off. She was unmerciful. That she sent Rapunzel to desert far away to suffer. The next evening, the witch waited for the prince to arrive, and when the prince came, he called out. The wicked witch let down Rapunzel's golden hair that she had cut off. The prince climbed up, but above in sight of his beloved Rapunzel, he found the witch, who peered at him with her evil looks. The witch then drove him from the tower. He fell on thorns, which poked out his eyes and blinded him. Unable to see anything, he wandered about in the forest, eating grass and roots. He wandered about miserably for some years. Finally, he reached the desert, where he could hear a beautiful voice, and thought it was familiar. As he approached and said, Rapunzel, is that you? Rapunzel recognized him and cried. Two of her tears fell into his eyes, and they became clear once again, and he could see as well as before. They then went to his kingdom, where he was received with joy. The king and queen were happy to find the lost prince back. Later, the people from the kingdom found out that she was the girl who was stolen by the witch. So Rapunzel learned who her real parents were and met them. On the other hand, they told her the witch had now died and that they were happy to see her grow into a beautiful lady. The couple decided to marry. The king announced their marriage with a feast for the whole kingdom. The kingdom was it with light and happiness. There was music, dance. They lived happily ever after. Get her many things to eat, but she didn't to have them. She only wanted the letters. Her husband was frightened, and one night the husband decided to get her the letters. Look at you. You're clumsy. I don't want people to take advantage of you. You are never leaving this tower, ever. I do this because I love you.